People, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in. Now, we have just defeated Bournemouth in the FA Cup's fourth round, 2-1. And it is what it is. We'll be back up that sort of way for the FA Cup again, because prior to the game, like you saw, we were drawn, or the winners of this game were going to be drawn away to Portsmouth. So we'll deal with that in the next round when it comes. After this game, attention also moves to Burnley away from home on Sunday. So it is what it is. Either way, Monday night, raining and a couple fairly terrible conditions at times. We've got not 3 points, but we've got what's important, and we've advanced to the next round, and that's all it is. It's 2 games in a week. We need 2 wins. It's the FA Cup. Arteta's won it as a player. Obviously, he's a long way away through no fault of his own from having a team capable to win the Premier League. So this could be the first trophy, and because our club has been somewhat reset to zero with a lot of young players, obviously we want to qualify for Europe and win Europa, but you're potentially hoping the FA Cup's the first trophy a lot of them will amass in their early careers, and you're hoping that it gives these players, you know, the fight and to crave that sort of feeling. If it's not necessarily trophies, just to rather than despair and failure, to crave excellence in things, which has been evading Arsenal for a long period of time. Obviously, there was going to be changes. I must admit, Arteta hoodwinked me. I know Bournemouth's form was all over the place, but I thought their Premier League team, you don't know what you're going to get with Arsenal, you don't know what you're going to get away from home. We would have seen more first teamers, but Arteta knows his thing more than me. Support the squad either way. The players that came in, they obviously played well, and they had a point to prove going into this game. Obviously, with form being involved and whatnot, there's not really too much players that are getting in the team ahead of certain options that are playing on a regular basis. So you're looking at Guendouzi, you're seeing the pivot of Xhaka who's playing today, and Torreira who's on the bench. You've got an opportunity. Joe Willock, again, Arteta likes him, and so did Emre and Lundberg, and that's through his own ability. 3 different coaches, they're all kind of using him, but you know, he probably wants to feature more. He hasn't started too many games in the Premier League. Obviously, Bellerin's playing to keep his fitness up and whatnot. Saka and Martinelli, we need them. Fully agree with playing Pepe. You've got Eddie and Nketiah, who had a mixed loan spell at Leeds, full of highs and lows. Actually, again, it's not always been 90 minutes, but I think he didn't score in his last 8 games, I heard the commentator say, for Leeds. So, yeah, obviously, he's going to get more opportunities, but chances, regardless of Lacazette and Lacazette's form and Aubameyang's quality, chances are going to be few and what for Eddie potentially, and he's got to take them. And obviously he scored his goal. There's numerous players that got a point to prove. You get the point on the football field. And going into the game, I would have thought, you know, Bournemouth, they won in the Premier League in their last outing. It's the FA Cup. The fans, you know, can put the league form and the uncertainty to the back burner and just get behind their team. Obviously, it's sad to say, but you know Arsenal in away games, so I would have thought we would have seen more. And no disrespect to Eddie Howe and his team and the fans and whatnot, I felt we were superb the way we started. I'm seeing, you know what, Mustafi, we clearly know long term he's not the centre half to move forward with, and this ain't the greatest of games, but I like to see the confidence in him. He was bringing it out from the back. He sprayed enough couple decent passes. Sure, he's involved in one of the goals as well. Socrates, not renowned for his ball playing, doing fairly well in that regards as well. Same way, Saka had a great game. If you watch the game, you know what he's on. I'm not going to sing his cases, but I'm liking what I'm seeing early on. We're getting the ball around, we're knocking it. Saka and Martinelli early got the freedom of the field. Joe Willock's bursting through it. All the young players seem up for this. Everybody's up for this, in my opinion. That being said, I have to say, no disrespect to Bournemouth, I was, from a Bournemouth perspective, I don't even care about their club like that, people, but I was disgusted from what I'm seeing. Come on, this is a Monday. People have been going to work. Obviously, Arsenal fans have been coming from primarily London, I assume, and all over. But Bournemouth, whether it's a local fans or what, they've got work, they've got kids, they've got all these things, and they're still coming and watching it. It's raining at times as well, and I don't feel the players are showing that same commitment. I feel they know Arsenal want a ball play. They know Arsenal like when there's no pressure, and our centre half can count. They could have counted the blades of grass. They're having as much time to pick out passes. Saka is spending the whole half as a natural winger, which he would relish, on the front foot. Him and Martinelli doing their thing. You want to see a bit more from Pepe, but I feel Pepe had a decent game. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Xhaka, especially to go out to the left-hand side, a somewhat makeshift left-back thing to allow the man them on the left-hand side to do their thing. Everybody's up for it. Bellerin's overlapping here and there. Did want to see a bit more from Bellerin today, though, people. But everybody's up for it, and I feel Bournemouth are lethargic, they're toothless. It's like they're resound to defeat. They're just sitting off us, allowing us too much space, just allowing us too much time, really. It felt like the commentators say, it felt like we were the home team. From an Arsenal perspective, don't get it twisted, it's a lovely start. Definitely a lovely start to take the lead early on as we did, people. Obviously, Saka, that's a lovely hit from him, but it is a lovely move from everybody connected, people. Joe's had a decent game. Mustafi, I can't remember if it was the first or second, because both of them were lovely moves. Either way, Martinelli slipped in. I think Joel was involved. And yeah, Joel was involved. I swear he showed someone the weights and then he passed it out to Saka. Not Saka, Martinelli. Martinelli played a lovely pass and you seen Saka smash that ball in. And Saka and Martinelli, great young players. Joel Willock, you know Joel Willock, I had tears in my eyes seeing that physicality. You lot know me, I love young players. And I know Martinelli's not from Haylen, but we're seeing the young players in Haylen doing their thing. I feel Eddie's grinding today. He's winning couple headers. He's involved in nice little neat passes and things. The young players everybody's on it today. Whether Bournemouth are poor or whatever, that's not our fault. Everybody's up for it. Can say it's FA Cup, can say Bournemouth are poor, can say all this blah blah and wala la and all this stuff, but we can only play what's in front of us. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. We've taken the lead early, but you lot know yourself, 1-0 is a dangerous lead in football. 1-0 is a dangerous lead for Arsenal Football Club. And I'm looking at Bournemouth and I'm thinking, when are they going to wake up, realise it's a cup game, realise they need to stop respecting us, realise that it's just a game of football, and realise it's crucially only 1-0 and start believing in themselves and feeding off their fans, because obviously 1-0 is a dangerous lead. Lovely to see we got a second as well. Eddie, obviously, it's lovely from Saka to lay it on a plate to Eddie, but in the build-up, Eddie's dropping deep and laying it off and all them things there. It's a lovely teamwork goal straight from the training ground, people, clearly. And that's one thing, from the moment Arteta's been here, there's a reason he's only got one defeat in his last 8. But from the moment he's been here, whether he's going to be a success or not is another thing. We'll praise and critique fairly. But you see what they're on. You see the need to pass the ball forward. We're 2-0 up. Bournemouth have been poor. 2-0 ironically is a dangerous lead, because obviously if they score one, fans get behind them and whatnot. But I'm happy with that, because as an Arsenal fan, you're never happy at 2-0, let alone 1. We've got a cushion of sorts. Whenever we start games like this, we don't necessarily smell blood and score and more. Not only score, but build upon that. So I can't demand more of the players. The only criticism I will say of the first half is that maybe the last 5 minutes, Bournemouth kind of woke up. I felt we kind of allowed Wilson in particular to come in on his left foot and have a couple shots. There was a couple booky moments where we were slipping into old habits. But other than that, couldn't ask anybody for more in the first half, people. We did what we needed to do. Maybe we could have scored some more. Joe was unlucky in the first half. I feel Joe was working his socks off. And again, it's lovely to see. You don't want to try too hard when you obviously want to show the manager what you can do. For obvious reasons, that's going to have a negative effect. But I felt that everybody today had the right balance. No one was trying to be greedy and trying to shine too much. Nobody was, playing nervous and thinking about things. People were playing with freedom. People were playing with not only freedom, but like I said, marrying the freedom with wanting to show Arteta, yo, I might be young or you might not be utilising me of sorts, but when called upon, I'm there, innit? Second half though, you do want us to build upon that. You do want us to play with the same intensity, because it is 2-0, but you can imagine Eddie Howe is tearing into them players and saying, forget Bournemouth, forget the result, where's your pride? You've accepted, because they have accepted it. From the first moment, as good as Arsenal were, Bournemouth accepted defeat today, really. They rallied towards the end of the first half, like I said, and they had a better effort in the second, and they got their goal in the final stages. But other than that, it weren't nothing. I felt second half, we had to, sharpen up a bit, because it obviously became less one-sided. They had more of a goal. We had to defend, and there were a couple heart-in-mouth moments with Martinez in particular, in my opinion. But genuinely, we did well. And what I like to see, I actually saw an active effort from the boys in terms of game management at 2-0 down. I mean, at 2-0 up, sorry, to see the game out. And sometimes I don't see that at 1-0, and I'm seeing us play with real caution. People telling people calm down. Obviously, I don't agree with it, but the dark arts of the game, milking injuries, calming the game down. Obviously, Xhaka taking a yellow card. Obviously, Arsenal being Arsenal, we did all of this and still conceded, and the clean sheet's not there. Bellerin and Holding, I can't remember the Bournemouth lad's name, but it's tactical masterclass really from Eddie. I brought him off the bench, he scored this. So he makes a lovely run, he's not offside. He gets in between Bellerin and Holding, who are caught ball watching, and he scores. And to a degree, it's a nervy moment towards the end of the half. I think Cook in the second half had a couple of chances that didn't come to nothing, but do you see what I'm saying? Obviously, we win 2-1. The only problem we can say is that that clean sheet isn't there. But what can I say? It's cup competition. You've just got to get over the line. That's the short of it. I've seen teams play well over the last couple of games that's been playing in the FA Cup and not get the rub of the draw. So it is what it is, man. Like I said, credit to the young players, Martinelli and Saka. I'm not even looking at them as young players again, because Martinelli got an assist, Saka got a goal and assist. You're seeing some of the passes Martinelli's playing off, and that's the next step for me with Martinelli. And I like that he's humble. He needs to remain humble and don't believe his own hype. But I think long term, obviously he's 18, he's just landed in Arsenal, he needs to find his feet. But that bravado, you see when he took that shot, and I think when Dozin someone was getting at him, and rightly so, there was many options. I liked it. I want to see a bit more of that car. He's going to be we need to be easy, and I'm not expecting him to be it tomorrow, but he's going to be a difference maker. And I think that next step is, obviously he comes alive, but trying them audacious things like you saw with that flick. And I'm so happy we've actually got a good Brazilian samba boy here. He's a real star boy. You see that little flick pass he did for Saka? Saka's a lovely footballer, and for me, it's tears in my eyes stuff, because I've seen like Saka. It's beautiful, people, man, because every level Saka has gone up in the youth, and that he's taken to it the same way he's playing now, with that humbleness and just doing your job. Saka was quality from start to finish. I feel Guendouzi, people are quick to get on his back, and like I said, Bournemouth were poor today, but he did his thing. Xhaka had a good game like Guendouzi, but I felt for different reasons, because he did his thing, but he allowed Martinelli and Saka to just focus on attacking up there. Bellerin obviously didn't stand out too much, but I can't ask anyone for a bit more, man. I think Pepe, obviously you want to see him score in this game and things like that when you're seeing Eddie take his chances and Saka and Martinelli and whatnot. But I can't ask for more of any of the players, people. Really and truly, I cannot ask for any more. So on that note, I'm going to get out of here, man. Hopefully we can do a thing against Burnley and it can be a decent weekend for us. Completely off topic here, people, but congratulations to our under 23s 19-year-old midfielder James Olayinka, who's just joined League 2 side Northampton on loan for the rest of the season. Obviously we support our young G's as they're, like anybody in life, taking the next steps, and he's taking his next real steps to being a professional footballer. Stepping out of that comfortable academy domain and getting out there, and whether you believe he can make it here or not, he's personally giving himself a good account of himself, because Lundberg liked him. Obviously pre-season he was about and whatnot. Probably a difficult task to make it at Arsenal, but you never know. On that note, people, I keep saying it, but let me really get out of here. God bless you for your time. Thank you for not only watching me, but supporting my thing. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you do the rest of all of that stuff. People, good evening. God bless. DG, I'm out.